with our co-hitting coach, Borgschulte. And I think, first of all, we have to say happy birthday to your other half, Ryan Fuller.
That's exactly right. Happy birthday.
He's been enjoying a lot of success, the two of you, with this change with Jorge. Where did this analysis come from that you could get him in a much better direction?
Well, one of the big things that we wanted to do with him is just kind of utilize his athleticism. Obviously, he's a great athlete, and kind of watching the way that he performs, we wanted to make sure that he was utilizing that in the box as well. And it actually came on a swing that he hit off a position player, where he kind of just went to his natural roots and came up with this toe tap move naturally. So we kind of were able to talk about that a little bit more and implement it, and it's been great to see so far.
So something I've gone through more video than I should have today of guys' batting stance. You can't really find an Oriole that still has a really big, noticeable leg kick. Guys like Justin Turner with the Red Sox that are still doing that. Would you say that stance is kind of going away?
I think it's it's becoming more and more challenging to time that up consistently with the kind of stuff that these guys face every single night. The big long moves are just too challenging to be consistent with the bat, and so some guys are moving to a little bit different moves, some smaller, and some timing changes in terms of being a little bit earlier, or maybe starting their move a little bit later to make sure they're staying on the pitch. But yeah, the big long moves are starting to get a little bit shorter, and I think that comes with facing stuff that's a little bit more challenging every day.
We talked about this earlier, joked, I said it's the new sweeper. What would the new sweeper be, though, for hitters when you've seen the way that it is changing?
Oh man, I think just seeing more off-speed pitches in practice is something that hitters have started to do a lot more. You're seeing a lot more machines everywhere you go. Guys training a little bit more challenging, knowing that a majority, or not necessarily a majority, but more and more pitchers are throwing significant amounts of off-speed and breaking pitches. So making that adjustment, hitters are starting to train to hit those pitches a little bit more.
When you start breaking down a hitter and what you might want to change or keep with him, because everybody's built differently. Adley's talked about analyzing that his right scap is stronger and he's had to change his lead hand. Where do you start, though, with realizing, okay, unlike the last guy we just worked with, this is where we're going to go with you that's a little different?
It's kind of got to take a full look at the entire approach and see where he's having success and where he's struggling. We talk with the strength and conditioning department, the medical department, everybody about kind of how he moves and where his strengths are physically, and what areas of his swing that we can kind of work on to get a little bit more out of him.
What would you say is the biggest advantage with as far as technology has come? I mean, we've talked about having the machines now that can change to any pitch, any arm slot for these guys when they're in the cages. Where do you find that biggest step forward?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Being able to throw batting practice to them in the cage and mix it a little bit and try to make it as close to the starting pitcher as we can, or the pitcher that we're going to face, so they kind of feel like they've already taken an at bat when they step into the box. And utilizing all the technology that we have to analyze swings, to analyze movements, that certainly helps. And I think what we've been able to do is we found a great group of guys that are buying into a team approach, and we're starting to see some success from that.
How much does that play into it, that it really is that trickle-down effect of 1 through 9?
No doubt. I mean, when you have a group that buys into a plan of attack or a plan of approach, and just hounds down that pitcher and bears down on him every single at bat, it makes it really challenging for him to execute his plan when all the hitters are on the same page trying to do the same thing.
All right, well, hopefully they're on the same page today getting after Kansas City. Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you.